my name is Gift Tapiwa Marovatsanga. I am a mentor for the students who are working on this production called TARISAI'S last year. I teach theatre performance, which is a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary module within the theatre performance studies here at the Department of Creative Arts at Zulu. And this year we chose to pick on a number of themes and include them in one production-based teaching and learning process, which culminates in conversations, discussions, provocations around different themes. For example, picking on the university's adage of being a node of African thought. We started asking ourselves, what is African thought? What is Africa? What are those ideas? What are the ideals that shape this university's thinking behind, the thinking around Africa and Africanness? We're also looking at the idea of decoloniality within the curriculum and within the academic space. And we're beginning to have those conversations with our theatre performing students to say, how do we tell stories that reflect our Africanness, that reflect decolonial thinking? One of the theorists we discuss when we discuss theatre performance is Ngugi wa Thiong'o, and we talk about his ideas in decolonizing the mind. So we start talking about the idea and the context and the concept of theatre within Africa and how it stems from human beings and men's struggles with themselves, with nature, with issues that they face on a daily basis. And this informs the point of departure for this production, TARISAI'S last year. But also it's directly inspired by Alex Magaisa's short story, Talks and Tears for Tarisai, which really talks about the story of a young girl in Chikomba village in Zimbabwe, and the challenges and the struggles that she has to face when her father passes on due to HIV and AIDS, and she's left to fend for Amai, who is also sickly at the time. Alex lives the story at the story of an 8-year-old girl. And what we have done is through conversations with our students and colleagues. I team teach the module with a colleague, Kingdom Shonyani, and he's the one who actually initiated this whole conversation to say, what happens if we think of continuity and writing the story forward from where Alex left it? And that became the point of departure for this production, TARISAI'S last year.
This forest, I am lost in this forest and this concrete jungle.
So look, this is an invitation to come watch the show. We will be staging the show in different stages. First at the University of Zululand as part of the assessment for the students who are doing theatre performance, because this production comes from a production-based teaching and learning process, like I said, and it is about the students learning, and we are assessing their ability to manage the process, to invest in the process and engage with each other in conversations, create work that speaks to real life issues that affect them as young Africans, within the SADC region. But we're also staging it in Grahamstown, or now known as Makanda, at the National Arts Festival in July, I think the 3rd, 4th and the 5th. There's a poster with all that information on it. And what to expect really is a provocation and a call to reflection, to say, what does it mean to be young black African? What does it mean to be a young black voice, in this case represented by a young black girl or woman who is an artist, whose voice is silenced in favor of the privileged few, the elites, the people with political powers and connections and all that. So it is a provocation and a call for a reawakening. And as a director, I've played around some Pan-Africanist ideologies and thinking that informs the mise-en-scène of the production. We use a lot of soil, we use water, we use, candle lights, representing different things as metaphors, but the main character, Tarisai herself, she's a literal figure that serves as a metaphor, right? And to represent the silenced voices of Black women, but also, begins to speak about how the silencing is beyond just the silencing of the voice, but also how their bodies are, traversed by systems of greed, patriarchy, power, and all that. And yeah, that's basically what to expect. It's a beautiful show. It's very surrealist, and yeah, it's a concrete jungle. That's what we saying. Life is about human beings are a forest and concrete jungle. So yeah, that's what to expect. Beautiful music, beautiful movement, beautiful acting and storytelling, with very earthly colors and African inspired thinking and ideologies in the set, in the costuming, and in the choice of songs and soundscapes that we are using. That really connects us to the ground, to the earth, and to who we are as young Black Africans. Yeah. So I'll see you there.
I am still lost in this forest and in this concrete jungle.